Alright, so today is Tuesday and I just woke up. I brought my daughter and I'm ready to practice a little bit. I would love to practice a lot today, but I really don't have time this morning. So it's gonna be kind of a long day teaching for me. But I definitely want to practice a little bit in the morning. The temptation to go out actually is super high. I'd love to train a little bit. Oh, it's a beautiful day here. Nice. So just grab my guitar and I have maybe 1 hour today to practice, so I will go through just some technique maybe, I don't know. Maybe some melodic minor first. Play the scale, of course, up and down first, then scale in first, and then maybe right. Yeah, so play the scale first and then try to apply some musical line or phrase when you practice. It is super important when it comes the time to improvise, because if you practice just scales up and down, you're going to play scales. So first thing to do is actually transcribe, of course, and also try to learn lines. So you can also invent your own line, of course. So if I have a some, of course, I'm thinking about G altitude scale or A flat melodic minor. Same scale. Right. Wow, my hands are super cold this morning. I don't know why. It's actually warm outside. I don't know. And then when it comes to time to improvise, you don't have to stay in one scale, but you can actually play whatever you want as long as you land on a chord tone. So you can use actually all the 12 tones that you have. So for instance, if I have G7 altered, I play so actually I'm playing all the 12 tones. Maybe if you have G7 sharp 9 up here, I can play, of course, G altered scale. But if I'm here, I can also play. Okay, so this note is not in a scale, but if you treat it like, right? there's no rules. Yeah, right, so at the end of the day there's no rules, because if I have G7 I can play right, and it works, because as long as I land on one of the chord tone, it works, of course. So you have to experiment. You have to know the scale first, of course. Yeah. Wow. Like I said, I spend a lot of time practicing scales up and down, and I really encourage you to practice like this, because you have all the basic fretboard knowledge that actually is super important on the guitar, because you know where to go. So for instance, the G altered or A flat melodic minor scale, so play this, right, or this, or right, so try to pick one note and start from there, you know. So if you have G7 altered like this, for instance, maybe start from F and try to play the scale from this particular note. If you have this chord here, start from B. Or from D sharp, or from G, right, so you have the sound of the G altered scale. Yeah, because if you just stuck into the position and you don't hear the real scale, the real sound of the altered sound, so the melodic minor sound, it doesn't work. So yeah, good thing to do, of course, like I said, practicing scale up and down, because it's about fretboard knowledge, so you really have to know where to go when it comes to time. You know where to go instantly, but as soon as you got the scale under your finger, as soon as you got maybe 1, 2, 3 position on the fretboard, you're actually ready to to start to use your ears. So just sing the scale. Maybe start from B. Like I said, from D sharp. Or from the root. Right, so super important. Don't be stuck in one position. If I have, right, I was just trying to play the scale and moving across the finger without any particular shape. Of course, I started from here, but then I move here, here, then here, then here, maybe here. See? Yeah, so I'm not thinking a particular shape, but I'm just open my ears and try to stay connected with the scales and with the scale, and try to listen to the half step and the whole step. So where's the half step and where's the O step? Okay, so right, maybe here, right. Yeah, it's a kind of a balance between the two, I think. There's no specific rule. I think that you have to practice scale and you have to practice in this way, and then try to combine the two and try to be musical. A very good thing to consider is try to actually learn voicing and chords that explain a specific scale, because otherwise you can't hear the real scale. So if you have G7 altered, you have to know maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 position across the fingerboard. So maybe one here, maybe one here, maybe one here, one here. So when it comes to time to improvise, you know where to go instantly, and you know the sound of a specific chords. So for instance, G7 altered or G7 sharp 5, sharp 9. It's super important for a guitarist knowing chords, a lot of chords that explain a particular situation, like I said. So if I have G7 altered, I can play this one, I can play this one, I can play this one. So I know a few, of course, that explain the sound of the G7 altered scale. And of course, a good thing to know is practice the basic drop 2 and drop 3 chord voicings with inversion, of course. Maybe I already talked about this in a previous vlog, but yeah, for sure. If you have G7, you can play this one and try to raise the 5, and you have this one, right? If you have this one, you can try to raise the 5. You have this one, this, raise the 5, alright, this, wow, and this. Alright, so really open up the fretboard. Super important when it comes to time to play with a pianist, for instance, and you don't have to play the entire chord. So G7 altered, I remove the bass, I play just the third and the 7, the guiding notes plus the sharp 9. So you get this sound here, right, or maybe. So I can play 3-note voicing, right. This is actually a D flat triad over G, so I played. Then I can play this, that actually is the G augmented triad, right? Then I can play this and maybe this. So you have a few options here. See? Right? Wow. So just little voicings. And yeah, because if you play just you know, the big chord like this, sometimes doesn't work because the pianists also play chords, and yeah, so you know, the good thing maybe just remove when you play with a pianist and the pianist is comping, you don't have to comp, just don't comp, just don't play, okay, don't play, okay, don't play, okay. Last week in New York, I saw Roy Haynes. Wow, 92 years old, and he played. They played a Fee 5 for Fun, fantastic tune, Wayne Shorter tune that I'd love to go through maybe in the next vlog. Yeah, so 92 years old. Can you imagine that? He's great. Wow. All right, so the vlog for today is done, and I'll catch you on the next one. And actually I got stuck into these two 1-2-1-2 arpeggio because, as you know, I really like them. Wow. Alright, so let's get to work.